in the third, rather, to buy in the third, regardless if they win this or not, and it looks as though they may not, because it's down to just Shocks. 1 on 5. There's no kit, but there's lots of time to go ahead for the defuse. Neo does have one, but he's not the one that's on top of it right now, so they'll go for the 10-second. They'll get it regardless, and Taz just holds Shocks out of position. He'll stay alive, but again, it's Virtus.pro to start it off 1-0.
Yeah, that was a pretty lackluster pistol round from out of Titan. I mean, just coming down that lower ramp, no smokes. That had to have been something countered. Maybe they saw some demos and noticed that VP maybe likes playing in the side on these pistol rounds and thought they could just sneak in. But I mean, Neo far back. That was just the freedom to take those shots. You give that to Neo, and he's going to take advantage, and he did. 2 kills, and Shocks is just sitting up there. He has a molly just to delay diffuses a little bit longer if it comes down to a 1-on-2 or something. But I mean, there's nothing you can do when your teammate gets annihilated like that. So it is going to be a third round buy with that plant. No armor invested, just some upgraded pistols. And the bomb site.
Now Taz is playing a little bit. He's another one on this map. He's so good. Snacks out of room as well. If he's one that's not as consistent as Taz, but when he gets rolling as well on this map, that's when you get a 2-pro.
Yeah, he has such a good game sense that he finds those flanks. He finds those good plays. It's also, you know, he knows when to push through smokes. We all know he has sneaky he can be, but you could see even yesterday, Team Liquid playing against him. They had so much respect, staying far back, watching that flank at all times. And now here's that third round buy. 1 smoke on the entire Titan side. That's non-existence. Not a whole lot of but look at Snacks. Aggressive with the MP9. He gets punished. He gets traded off, though. Taz picks up Smiths in return. Down to 19 HP.
And they knew that they were going to have the AKs out. They knew it was a full save in the second. Again, that bomb plant, we talked about it. And they would obviously know it as well. So the MP9 going in aggressively, the SMGs gets information, and fortunately, in this case, they get the trade. So that stabilizes it early. It still does mean that the gun advantage is in the favor of AKs.
Lay down smoke.
Bialy, not able to hit that shot. But he does take down Scream, who's low on HP, looking for the second one as well. And that will drop the bomb. This is a good play from Virtus.pro, and with the early buy, it will potentially go to 4-0 here. Before there will be a response, that was quite effective as well. 4 players staying alive.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? Very little damage done by Titan in that run. And Bialy, he just so precise, holds that really small angle. Scream is already low HP, but they don't have the utility to flush him out with that third round buy. No Molotovs, no nades. Very light on flashbangs to just force him into an uncomfortable position. He can just chill, grab some easy kills.
This is, I mean, I know it's early, and we haven't seen much guns come out for Titan. Obviously, that ran good, but this is showing signs of a very hard half for them, because Virtus.pro is getting very aggressive on their CT. And their T as well, it's no joke either. They're one of the teams that sort of the meta using this position right here, Ivy. Their smokes on Ivy are brilliant, so we'll have to watch for that as well. I mean, this is entirely an uphill battle for Titan on this map. And here we go, Taz playing forward again in B.
Incendiary out.
Little slower pace with these pistols this time for Titan.
Yeah, nothing to use whatsoever, so they're just playing far back, waiting for some kind of aggression. Snacks with the SMG, he's the one who's going to oblige them, push up towards connector, but hiding behind the wall, just a tricky spot. All of Titan spread out, hoping that they can find one kill that'll open something up for their teammates. But there's really not enough options available to them. Everywhere they go, it's going to be long-range battles against the rifles.
Fire. Incendiary out. Grenade out.
Here we go. It's just a slaughter. They walk in. Neo 1, Taz 2, Snacks 3, 4 total, I guess, because Taz, managed to pick up 2 himself. And leaves Shocks. He's going to lurk around. Potentially be the wolf in the lamb's wool, but it's not going to work out. Okay, does actually get Bialy. As much as he's going to get spotted up instantly, but a brilliant shot from him is able to pick up an M4, but does he overextend here? Overstay is welcome. The problem is that they've got players on both sides, so even if he thinks to do so, and Shocks' aim is at least with him today. Snacks, he can instinct down to 12 HP as well. Shocks is looking quite good here. I know it's a round that looks to be gone already, but somehow he pulls this back to a 1-on-2 and at least makes it economically sound for Titan.
Yeah, you can see that Shocks is in rare form. Those are 3 beautiful kills from him, just instant headshots all around. Even that dink that doesn't finish Snacks off immediately. But if he's getting some help from his teammates, you can see the kind of play he's going to bring to the table here. Either way, Titans, they've got to find something that they can do early on in these rounds, something they can open up, because you're right, Virtus.pro on the CT side, they get so aggressive, and they can shut down those choke points. It's very, very hard to execute anything you want to against this team.
Deploying flashbang.
The crazy part about those 3 kills from Shocks, with those 3 kills, are 3 of the 4 kills total that Titan have so far in this match.
Yeah, very weak opening so far for Titan. 4-0, the All-Gone Neo, he's brought that back, and he brought it up yesterday. He had it against Liquid over on Cobble when they play. We thought it might have been a misbuy, but apparently he's back in love with the weapon.
New meta. Old meta, new meta.
Gonna show us something.
Regurgitated meta.
I'm throwing smoke.
Here it is. We'll see what he can do in this position. It's not a bad one to be in, actually, because this is a position where he's going to have to put a lot of bullets toward that ramp, but he still has the distance to cover off both angles with it. Snack's playing more passively this time, where he's on the AWP out toward ladder, so not going to see a flank this time. It does give RPK the chance to work down and try and exploit the outer bomb site as well, and they are setting up right now for a three-pronged approach on that site, because out toward Ivy, Shock's just waiting for his teammates to make the call to go.
Look at Taz, so mobile. He comes with the ladder, and he's just trying to grab some information. He's going to have a very quick flank once this execution comes in. Bialy can already kind of smell it coming. Falls back to the bomb train. And here comes that XP. Wallace comes over at the bomb train. We'll see what Titan can grab, but Snaps is going to open things up with an AWP.
Good play as well to get above the Pasha's going to spot out Shocks. They know each other's there, and Shocks gets away with the duel, so his accuracy looking on form again. His team needed complimented. He waits perfectly in position for Shocks. He'll also get the trade on existence as well. He took down Neo, but there's Snacks. The op comes into play once again in the round. 2 for it, and it will be 5 for Virtus.pro.
Thank you.
5 very swift rounds. Titan, no real response whatsoever. Nothing's been effective. The only thing that's been effective is Shocks, who's at 4 and 4. 0 kills on stream so far, 0 kills on RPK, 1 each on stream. And the analyst has talked about the fact that you don't want to cage Shocks. You want to let him do whatever you want. You can see it so far in this tactical decision by Titan right now. Letting Shocks play very much solo. Pistol round, he's the last one in. They want to go in the late round, and all these good rounds, he's got solo towards Ivy every time.
Good damage with that nade as well, getting the timing correct. Takes massive. Bialy closes it out as well. Smith is gone, but nice shot from existence. 2 deagles, in fact. He gets Pasha and Bialy, and now Snacks has to play carefully as well. He's lurked up forward towards the connection point. Smoke behind him. When they enter from hell, they've got room to work with, and Scream. Now his aim comes in. He gets the second headshot onto Taz, and the round gets entirely flipped around. Snacks in a 1-on-3. He'll play with, not able to hit the first shot, and that'll give away his position. Does take down Scream. See the feed out. The distance play carefully, not overextended. If he hits that shot, it could have been over. He switches to the pistol shots. Very smartly doesn't repeat that and allows his teammate to come around and bail him out. They'll get their first round.
What a round from existence. The opening 2 kills with the deagle are crucial. That forces the defense. It just goes to disarray. Snacks is pushed up, and that gives a pocket of opportunity for Scream. He comes right through that smoke. Taz couldn't spot him on the bomb train around the edge. He gets 2 kills for his own, and finally Titan get on the board, 1-5. There's some teammates of Shocks coming alive here.
At the start, keep in mind it also does reset a max loss bonus. They've gone double op setup.
Laying down smoke.
RPK with just the CZ75, but these ops are going to have to come out really, really strong early on. Good smoke toward Ivy. That'll limit one of them, at the very least. And they're committing 3 players to that Ivy position because they want to run off that opening pick. If they can find it there, they'll quickly execute. The 2 other players are split, one at ladder and one at main.
That's a little bit scary, though, because that's a lot of time. If there's smokes, Molotovs, and Ivy, that 3 members, it's a lot of bodies for Titan that can just get locked out by a single smoke, a single Molotov. And they can't have the attention. They can't grab any kind of aggression whatsoever. And look at Bialy on top of this bomb train. Great positioning.
Throwing flashbang.
A common spot. Off does actually try and look toward it, misses out, and he comes out worse for wear. 46 HP as he's forced back toward his own spawn.
Throwing smoke.
Get a lot more passive and smoke.
Laying down smoke.
Another smoke off ladder, a second smoke out of Ivy. They're going to go, this is similar to Virtus.pro. They'll smoke off to the right, head to the left, and wrap around the back of the site, but when they do, Paul's made. And Pasha, he's going to lurk back. Heads off Shocks. Bialy's there for RPK, and they were perfectly positioned for that. They had all the information.
That's an absolute disaster. Great rotations by Virtus.pro as well. As soon as those smokes came out on that side, and the call came out, they were wrapping towards CT spawn. You could see the 2 members from the inner bomb site wrapping around. They go towards CT spawn. They go together and meet on the stairs. If any kind of attack got through from Titan, they just would have been slaughtered. Either way, they didn't even get there. Virtus.pro shuts them down.
Yeah, they are
Seriously
broken again. Their buy. Snacks is going to get aggressive with his AWB. Looks for the slow this up. Although the smoke does come out and they have to. They're forced to just sit back because they know Taz loves to play so aggressively. Not only the smoke, they had the Molotov waiting, so even if they push through it, they'd run over the fire on the ramp.
1 AWP on Smith. 2 in the last round that did absolutely nothing, so he's going to have to come up with a pick of his own. No armor on him. 4 members towards the inner bomb site. Shocks once again all on his own. He's over towards the ladder room, maybe going for a flank late in the round if they can find some success to that inner bomb site. Let's me, it's all Taz. Both Taz and Neo are here. Haven't moved whatsoever.
Smoke. Fire in the hole.
Taz is waiting with Mirage as well. He's going to see that smoke in the lob the nade up, hope it bounces far enough to do damage. It doesn't actually catch one damage on the screen, I guess, if you want to count it for that. But RPK, Smith, they're going to find kills. Bomb goes down. Forward here. They're going to send one player out. It's going to be RPK to try and hold off these rotations, but they haven't accounted for Neo above. Who manages to get two. Pasha gets back with one, and suddenly the round comes back in favor of Virtus.pro. It's down to Pasha, mind you. Does not have a kit either, and two players, not to mention one on the high side. So easy to bait out that bomb. It won't even go that far. Existence with the Tech 9's going to get it, and Titan, with very limited economy, bail themselves out and get their second round.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That was a force buy as well. So one op, one AK, 3 upgraded pistols. Great entry by RPK, and Smith manages to pick off the rotation. Neo is making a very clever play, upper ramp, smoking it off deep so he can make this kind of an angle, grab that kind of an angle onto the bomb train. But this is the crucial round now for Titan. They can get right back into this. The economy for Virtus.pro is gone. Very, very low. No one above $250, which is max. So winning this round for Titan here would be able to close the gap. They'd have some eco rounds that they could just feast on. Really ride the scoreline up.
Roger that.
Another 3 committed now out toward Ivy, and this time the utility battle isn't even coming into effect. There was a single smoke, but Shox decided to go through it early that time, and Pasha was waiting, so
Deploying flashbang.
a little bit careless, pays the price, does give the early pick again
Flashbang.
to Virtus.pro.
I'm throwing smoke.
And they'll try and stabilize with this situation. They've got 2 players at the bottom of the lineup now as well from Titan's side, trying to work into him. Taz, he gets caught off by Smith. This gives them the option to go back to B should they choose to. Bomb's still way out toward their spawn, so it's not like they can do it on the fly very quickly. But they can definitely try and get a read on what the counter-terrorists are going to have to do on this defensive split.
Taz has been very frisky at that inner bomb site, choosing to get aggressive into the mid-range.
Throwing fire. Throwing flashbang.
Just punishes them there for it. They equalize things, even though Virtus.pro had the lead. He makes that play, gives it right back, but still, the utility's now all gone on Virtus.pro, but they delayed him down to about 30 seconds. This is about to be an outside execution. 2 members coming out ladder, 2 members coming up the mid-connector.
Throwing a flashbang.
And Smith is going to throw just a little bit of a fake towards the inner bomb site. Try and make Bialy cheat over, and he does. So does Pasha as well. Huge rotation. Snax has a big job to do with his shotgun. The first one goes down. Nicely done. Existence goes down. But there's another one. Snax with a shotgun going up huge.
Bialy to follow it up. RPK does manage at least to give himself somewhat of a chance. 1-on-2 bombs. There's no way this round is even going to work out for him. He needs to die now if he's going to, but he's got to do a 1-on-1. So now Bialy can't force the issue. He can't overcome it in 10 seconds. 1 second, it's all done, but does Bialy kill him afterwards? No, RPK. That's a big kill to get despite the time was gone.
That's brutal. Everything that Titan wanted went exactly their way. It's just that shotgun from Snax. He was so close that entire round, just hiding behind the smoke. So well done, and there's Pasha, gets that opening kill towards Ivy. They haven't had a lot of success towards Ivy whatsoever this half so far, except for that 1 round existence with the Deagle. That was their one lone victory in Ivy.
Roger that.
Yeah, and an individual play, you can't rely on as much. It's got to be tactical as well, and that's going to shut down. When we say Virtus.pro, they've essentially created that meta, or reinvented that meta on this map, so they know exactly how you're going to play it against them. Smoked on the other. That allows Smith to push forward. Well done as well, as he gets that shot with the Tech 9. But look, it snacks the knife on Smith as well. Big money gained. And it's going to be Pasha to follow it up. Existence did at least get Taz, but it's Scream 1-on-3. Headshot machine if there was ever a time. It's got to be right now. He knows he's not there this time. He can't find his prey on Snacks either, and it's just a matter of time before they coagulate on his position, and it will be 8-2 for Virtus.pro.
Oh, Titan had him so close to resetting the money, but now, yep, there's going to be a pause out of Titan because this is a situation. That was a force buy. The 3 pistols, once again, 2 rifles. They get the entry on Smith. You can see how aggressive they are. Here's that knife just coming through the smoke. Snacks ready for it. So tricky.
He's smart. He's definitely a tactician in his own mind, and when he is on, it's so fun to watch. We've already seen him looking quick. I mean, shotgun he likes to use on this map. We've seen him pushing quick through that ladder room, and just the presence of mind to go for that knife that quickly. I think this paints a pretty good picture as well as how one-sided some of the killing has been in this particular match. A lot of green on one side, a lot of red on the other.
Definitely, and that's the thing. The analyst said playing with fire, and this is... Got to imagine there's a lot of Titan fans out there with their hands, or their head in their hands in anguish, just because they knew this was a risky pick for this to come out, to let this one through on Virtus.pro, and it's showing here.
That's a pretty large graph on the top line there.
Relatively one-sided.
Yeah, poor Scream.
And this is the thing. Now they have to come up with a plan because with some of these force buys they've had, with some of these 3 pistol buys, 2 rifles, you can tell they're feeling the pressure, that they feel like they have to win some of these rounds. They've still got 5 to work with. They're going to be forced onto a save here. They absolutely have to be able to afford some bigger gear into the next round to try and string some of these rounds together. But this defense from Virtus.pro is just so suffocating on train. They can't get anything going.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, this map against a team like Virtus.pro, that's extremely hard for any team, and Titan aren't nearly as polished on this. I mean, this is still, in some ways, I mean, they made a roster change before the last major, but they did it again here. How much time had they had on it? I know the French, when Shox was in envious, I know the French sides liked and said that they would really enjoy Train because of smoke executions. In fact, the first person to tell me that it was a very playable map was all the way back at X Games when they talked about bringing it to the map pool. And it was MBK who said that, yeah, this should play in our favor, but the French sides haven't had what Virtus.pro and TSM have had on this map by any means.
It just makes it easier, too, as well on Virtus.pro when you feel like you have to go for those force buys already in this half when they're going against so many pistols. It's just like, all right, we'll take it. You can see, even with Thomas's, they have full utility, they have full smokes, full Molotovs as well, so obviously everything going in the way of Virtus.pro. Titan need to come up with a game plan during this pause.
We'll give it time to sink in, but
the scary part is Virtus.pro's T side is just so good too.
Yep, 100%.
Titan needs to create themselves a really big window of opportunity. They need to go off here and get at least 5 in this half, because Virtus.pro's T side is just so dangerous.
I mean, the good news is that the last few rounds, finally the kills have started to add up slightly for Titan, so we can see it right now that the money isn't brilliant on Virtus.pro's side. There is a chance for them to get some momentum back here before it gets, I mean, I'd already say that it's pretty much out of hand at 8 rounds already, but they could make it somewhat a respectable scoreline at half. It's $2 grand only on Neo. He's got the highest amount of money for anyone on Virtus.pro, and that seems like a crazy prospect when you consider that 4 rounds in, we had 4 kills for Titan total. So the last few rounds have at least been more closely contested. They've got to just cross the finish line now on Titan. They are going to go Eagle on RPK, as well as Scream. That just evens the economy, but it's essentially a save otherwise. 1 flashbang on
Fire in the
shot.
hole. Throwing smoke.
Fast towards Ivy as well. 4 members is going to be all on Pasha.
Incendiary.
He's going to smoke things off, and he's going to get aggressive right behind it. So
Laying down smoke.
he might have a chance here to mow him down.
Laying down smoke.
There's Pasha swinging out, grabs 2, able to spray down 3. A Scream just walks right into it, and Pasha's going to get the 4th as well. Beautiful hold from him.
Well done, Pasha.
It's
Very
interesting.
solid in that position.
It's interesting that Titan chooses to take a timeout right in the round they're going to save, because they're the ones, existence is known. We call them Titan timeouts, where they just sit and T-spawn on save rounds. They do nothing, they talk it over, they use it as a second timeout. And to have them not do that there, it's just very curious.
And he's a very tactical mind as well. I saw him before this game sitting upstairs while his team was warming up, just flipping through a notebook, all on Virtus.pro. He had no communication. You gotta wonder, I mean, must have thought they could do something, but so far not working out. This time they're gonna push Pasha, and it bites them. Finally, Shox able to open something up early. They follow it up with the headshot on Bialy, who tried to flash his teammate out.
Incendiary out.
We'll see if they can take advantage of this 2-man situation. I like this boost from Taz as well. It's unorthodox. It gets slightly above the smoke. You can spot them on the entrance to the E-box before they get near the site. The problem isn't, well, okay, he's fallen off, but I was going to say he doesn't have the support system out toward Hell, but Snacks has since rotated back. Smith's still going to... BWP toward the front of the site, and
Flashbang.
peculiar that he was so slow in the reactions against Snacks, although he does survive 10
Throwing
HP,
smoke.
and again, with an
Deploying
AWP, it
flashbang.
doesn't matter how much HP you have, it matters the angle and the shot you can get. Still a lot of damage and effectiveness to be had. As Taz will go back and address the situation that they are slowly working down that Ivy hallway, and it'll give them so much options with 2 minutes. And a squad site. Good play from Snacks to turn back and take down Smith. Knows there's one of the It's going to be Taz now, who has to do something absolutely insane, but he can't do it this time. RPK gets the kill, and Titan will pick up yet another round.
Right, coming out of that pause, they do win the first gun round, but it begs the question, that push by Virtus.pro gets completely destroyed. Shox with those 2 opening kills, very nicely done by him, controls it well, just snaps to the corner as well. Knows there's going to be a second one coming with that push. Flashbang doesn't get him quite the way that Virtus.pro would have wanted. Once again, one more buy out of Virtus.pro, but they're out of money. I mean, this is another round Titan. We talked about giving themselves a window of opportunity in the second half. Winning this round, breaking the economy at this point would be that window. That could get them up towards 5.
Throwing grenade.
We'll see what Pasha can do this time. 2 rounds ago, it was brilliant. Last round, it was a little bit of an overextension. This time, more in the middle. Yeah, so he falls back on that smoke. Shox was there trying to spray through it. A few bullet holes we can see on the wall behind him. really doing much damage, down to 74, but good play from Smith, catching off the alley. And he's going to go right back to make sure he's not getting pushed because he knows Virtus.pro's aggression, he knows their timings, and that is the type of situation where, okay, you got to kill us bottom ladder, we know you're there. He'll just push through the ramp and get him behind him.
This is a brilliant opening to the round for Titan. Probably the first time this half they've really grabbed the reins and gave themselves a good chance in the first 40 seconds of the round. They've got the opening kills. Nice pick from Smith as well with that AWP, and now you can see how spread out the defense is. Taz is being a little bit aggressive behind a smoke over near bomb train, peering towards middle. Snacks, he's now coming up to the bomb train, but Neo is so far away from the Taz and Snacks. They have got to do a lot of damage before Neo even arrives at the site.
Throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Back as well in a more passive position. RPK therefore can take over the position. Taz knows he's got problems. First one, no, it's RPK. Snacks gets back in. He's down as well, and the tank is stepping up. And like you said, this round means a lot for Titan. It gives them a chance to salvage something in the first half that was slipping away from them. Neo's going to save the AWP as a result.
Titan like a snake that round. They get those opening 2 kills, and you could just see them slowly constricting onto that outside bomb site. Very patiently, they had three-pronged attack, Shocks and Alley. Smith with the AWP over at ladder room and a couple coming out that mid-connector. Now they're even going to hunt down Neo. Don't want him to have that AWP. They want it to be a full save. They don't want to have to worry about any rifle into the next round.
Hold on to this off. Double peek against him. He doesn't even find the first shot, the first angle. And that French fan will enjoy. And less likely, and as it does, the armor might just be something to consider.
That's absolutely insane that they lost that round. It's 5-on-3. Existence with 2 quick kills in the beginning of that round, and everything just collapses, and that's just terror style for Virtus.pro in this map. More than likely gets that kill against an unarmored offer. But either way, Titan win that first round, but now comes the trouble because they lose 4 members. It's going to be a little bit of a weak rebuy. Smith can't even get armor in this round. He had to drop a gun over, so 3 Thomases. No utility on RPK either, so they only have 4 smokes into this round. Now 1 kit and Scream at least.
Throwing flashbang.
We'll see what they can make it. I mean, this is
basically do or die for Titan.
Yeah.
If they can't put a couple rounds together here, if their economy gets reset at this moment, then all of a sudden they have no more mistakes to give up to Virtus.pro moving forward.
And they've left
I'm throwing a
a lot
grenade.
more pressure on that underside naturally on RPK to be alone. Interestingly, they've got 4 more passes. We talked about how aggressive they were. Now they've got 2 players back toward the outback, as you called it once, Moses, the lower tunnels behind CT spawn. Just to hold off that Ivy push. Again, they know VP love doing it.
It's really interesting that RPK is the only one here on bomb site for such a long time. He has no utility, no fast. Laid out of Smith. That lack of armor really hurts him there. The Ollie gets the pick on his Shocks as he pushes forward, trying to get aggressive and find a kill to alleviate some pressure. But 45 seconds left now for the strike to do what they want. Existence has to win this duel right now because if he gives up Taz and Neo have 3 entrants on him. He does find Taz first, but not after he took down Existence, and they walk out. They actually find the in hell. I'm surprised Smith has been able to hold on this long. They've actually worked this in their favor, and RPK, he manages to get it twice, so they even this up a lot sooner than it should have potentially happened. Bomb doesn't even get planted, so this is really good for Titan suddenly. RPK, though, that's the wrong player. He kills his teammate, and Snacks capitalizes. That's a disaster. Oh no, RPK. Miscommunication, maybe a little bit of nerves coming into play, but that round was all Virtus.pro until RPK makes a beautiful play on the... He ruins it by killing his
beautiful
teammate.
play for Virtus.pro as well.
That's heartbreaking. And those are tough rounds to swallow, not only as an individual, but as a team in this kind of a situation. So Virtus.pro now, that's the disaster scenario where they reset the economy. They're going against all pistols. 3 members don't even upgrade. No utility whatsoever. Titan's got nothing in the bank to use. They've just got to hope and pray that. They're going to have to find whatever they can. It's mostly going to be maybe some scouts. But look at early in the game there in the bomb site. Bialy takes out RPK, and it's going to be a free plant from here.
RPK caused this disaster in the last round. Goes down early this time. He's gonna reset mentally either way. Like you said, that last round just puts Virtus.pro so far in the lead that they're gonna hit 14 here and have 2 to go. And Titan on train against them. I mean, this is looking done and dusted for VP. As this round is going to slowly expire. They're just looking for exit kills at this point on Titan's side. Getting in toward the bathroom. Snacks may actually bypass them. Pincer move, they'll hold them in position, take down both. Existence does actually manage to pick up but Screaming Shocks, they'll just stay alive. No one's going to confront. No more rifles lost. And as we said, it's going to be 2 rounds to go for Virtus.pro.
The big question now is, does Titan try and force find this zone? Yep, and they do. So, not playing for the tie whatsoever. They put everything they have into this round, and it's not a whole lot. It's a scout on a Smith, 3 Thomases, no kits, and light on nades as well, so...
No kits is a big one.
Right.
Absolutely huge right now.
And the last time they had this buy, they did come out as kind of a buy. They did come out on top, but they lost so many members doing it. But it really punished them going forward into the next round. They didn't really have anything they could upgrade. So Virtus.pro, this is their typical outside execute. Very, very powerful. Snacks leading the way.
Watch Existence, and he's able to take down Neo, so this cuts off. It actually slows it even more because he finds Taz. Very good job by him to get aggressive. Completely shut down everything in 3 ways in the corner. Pasha walks into his sights, and it's all down from there. Snakes has to do something incredible as it sits in a 2-on-2, but it's Bialy who's coming up with the magic right now, and a huge headshot on Scream. Massive, massive round from Bialy.
You can see it. The teammates love it. That's one of those rounds where Bialy's aim just turns into a railgun and he just knocks off the head. So nicely done, Virtus.pro. Once again, that outside execute. Existence stops it cold, it seems, for a little bit. Getting those 2 kills, but just Bialy responds. Virtus.pro at this outer site. This is a really nice performance out of Existence, but just not enough in the end as Bialy 1, 2, and 3 just knocks him down.
Smoke. Yes. Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke. Throwing flashbang.
Titan and pulled the round into a position where they might have a chance. 2 VP players split up as well, and just Bialy goes absolutely nuts. And it's left on map points. Virtus.pro on the brink of moving to a playoff spot, forcing Titan into a rematch with MIP in a best-of-3. That'll be a great series. Regardless of which 2 teams, that was going to be a great series always. This group has been absolutely incredible, but it's going to be one to watch for sure as Taz and Virtus.pro, they look to force themselves once more. They'll lose Neo in the process, but they are a man down. They pull that right back. 2 kills there. Taz and Snacks, and Taz pushes forward as well, catching RPK behind on the Smith, and it's all down to Titan's last hope. And small hope at that, it has to be said. Does find Taz, but they know exactly where he is. Snacks will close it out, and Virtus.pro, 16-7, they'll move into the playoffs.
Yeah, that T-side, it all started with the pistol on. You could kind of see how things were going to play out. Those outer bomb site hits by Virtus.pro are so well done. They have it down pat, where everyone knows the